easy run this morning. Still recovering from a leg injury picked up beginning of February. So my distances haven't been what they normally are, but we're just coming out of winter, so not too much of a problem. Pace hasn't largely been affected, so feeling okay. As you probably know, October the 1st is the new Marathon des Sables date, after it being cancelled in April 2020 and September 2020. So it's a chance really to train through the summer, which is lovely. Not a massive acclimatisation in the UK, but better than nothing. Transferring some of that heat training over for the actual run in the Sahara Desert will be great. And it'll be a joy to run on more and more of these country trails as well, as they become easier to get through in the summer. It's been a really good opportunity to learn about new things as well, not feeling so rushed. For loads of time to try out different nutrition techniques, push myself further, try and get my pace up, and generally improve my overall running abilities, which are really going to help. The easier it is to run, the more likely I am to finish, because there won't be so much stress on my body. And that's the idea of these easy runs, really. You know, I often have people overtaking me, or I go on Strava, see other people running at incredible paces for longer distances. A couple of things on that. I have no idea how old they are, no idea how fit. So comparing yourself to others when you're doing challenges like this is not really productive. When you're running prolonged distance like 250k over 7 days, there are so many things that can go wrong, and the more of those that you're ready for, the better you're likely to finish. And pace, or fast pace, is not high up there on the requirements, unless of course you're hoping to be a contender, which at my age I am not. Not that's to say you shouldn't have your own targets, of course you should, and your own goals, otherwise why get out and go running 5 days a week? So we'll be looking at some of those over the coming months, and just because I'm training for the Marathon des Sables doesn't disqualify me from training for other races in between that may complement, especially those that involve endurance. And a lot of mind over matter. Last year I ran my first ever 40 miler. That 40 miler actually created 2 PBs. My fastest marathon and my fastest 50k. So yeah, it's always a surprise what you've got in yourself. That brings me back to these easy run days when, although I sound out of breath because I'm talking, these have very little impact on your body in terms of stress, but they really help you cope with a steady pace. And if I can maintain this pace on a marathon or an ultra run, I'm going to do some really good times. So the more my body is used to continually running at this pace, the better I'll likely do. As you see, we also fit in other types of training like speed work, assessment days, and things like that throughout each month. Help the body get used to the stresses and strains of running faster, running up hills maybe, and if we get the chance, we'll also do some dreaded sand work. I did some a couple of summers ago, and boy, that was hard. That was out in Corfu in the midsummer heat of Corfu on the beach. Absolutely sapping. So we'll try and get some of that in, either in the UK or if we're lucky enough to get abroad this summer. So if you want to follow along, do. I'm keeping this log really as a sense of what I'm doing. I should have started it 2 years ago really, but there we go. Better late than never. And to be honest, the training can be quite monotonous and boring to watch because it's quite repetitive, but hopefully I'll give you a sense of how I'm feeling, how I'm improving, things like that. So I'm gonna get back on with the training run. See you soon.